Where the hell am I? Place that I like to call Destination X.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NUMBBBBBAAAA, the Right Reality Podcast. My name is Steven.
And my name is Mixie, and we are back and better than ever for episode 5 of Destination X, Moral Compass.
I like it.
Best one yet.
Yep.
Still not a Kim quote. So upset.
Oh, man. What a...
Spoiler alert. We'll never get a Kim quote because this is her last episode. I'm sad. She had one-liners out the wazoo again this episode. This woman is just amazing. I'm jealous that you get to talk to her at the end of this episode. Like, I'm jealous.
Well, you should be. I don't know what I'm going to ask her yet. I don't know what I'm going to ask her. I have so many questions. We obviously have to ask about why you're taking your damn shoes off all the time.
I need to know why she must be barefoot at all times. I have to.
I'm going to literally write, why must you be barefoot at all times?
It's like she needs to feel the ground or something. That's my thought on it.
And just for you, Mix, I'm going to ask, have you ever been to Marco Island?
Thank you. She's built for it. I would say a solid episode for episode 5.
Completely solid episode.
Again, apologies. My cat is making hella noises in the background as he will continue to do throughout the episode.
That's what you get. A lot of people have asked for more cat content. You know, they're like, not enough cat. One person just keeps commenting, not enough cat. And that's all right.
I agree. He should be right here at all times. But instead, he's going to slide across my floor and play with bells on the ground.
Hell yeah. That's what I like from King B. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up this week, it finally happened. It finally happened. It leaked through. We will get to that momentarily. We also talk about moral compasses. We got beef. What might be like real beef.
I know, I love it.
And we make you pay. Because I was very specific last episode that you would not want it to happen. It's happening.
You give it to him, Steven.
So you're going to get that right at the end of this episode, right before our interview. I'm going to make you pay. Okay?
And so much more coming up on the Right Reality Podcast. So let's get into this episode. So we get the classic previews of grass and hills and buildings that I'm sure people that understand geography, it might help them. Doesn't mean anything to me. Absolutely not. But what I did get, Steven, outside of Bernard, messing with shit in the background. What I did get, Steven, is a peep of that loyalty tattoo. Did you see that shit?
Did I see that shit?
Did you see that shit?
212 into our screener. 212-063 to be exact. It popped through finally. And you know what? Mixie, I hate to be that guy.
Oh, don't.
The number one just number one-ing all over everyone's faces.
Well, of course. We got that parking lot, no parking sign font peeking through the low cut button down. And I read a little bit of that loyalty. So I just want to state, because I did do some research on the back end, because that's what I do.
Journalist.
I was like, maybe he didn't have the loyalty tattoo when this was shot. Confirmed, he had it. He didn't. I can't imagine he got it on the strip. And it's fresh. It didn't look fresh.
No.
So, again, I just want everyone to know this man has loyalty tattooed across his chest throughout the entire 4 episodes that we've seen so far, and the amount of times loyalty has been said and not done anything about it.
Editor X came over and was listening to the number one, and we had asked, you gotta peep it through. You gotta peep it through. You gotta show the people. We said last week, like, just so you guys know, like, this is not a thing. We're just not making up the word loyalty out of nowhere. Can you imagine if you didn't watch the number one and listen to our Smasher Pass and you just came into it and you're like, why are they calling him loyalty? You finally got it. You finally got it. And listen, again,
Only
the
a
number
couple
one
letters, though.
It was more than 0, and I'll take that. I'll take that as a positive, okay?
I agree. And again, the fact that he has it on his chest and it's been there this whole time and he's not said anything about it is disrespectful.
It was itching to get out, and it got out this episode. He was trying to be loyal. He was trying to stand up. And honestly, I think this is, again, because of the number one. Because the number one finding itself in a little beef this week on the Instagram.
Yeah. Pretty sure loyalty hates us.
100% loyalty hates us. Found ourselves in some drama this week. And listen,
Oops.
we're not looking for drama. We're come to us.
Chilling. All we do is we just chill out.
We're doing our job. We're living our life. And you bring the drama to our door, well, we'll deliver it. We'll
Of course we will.
Here you go.
We've got a cloche. That's what it's called, Steven. That thing that you review. A cloche. Great word.
Maybe we were mentioned in a couple Reddit posts this week.
Were we really?
We were. Yeah. Just doing number one things. I don't know what else to do. Listen, if our journalism gets to the point where people use our interviews to try to beef at other people, what were we supposed to do?
I'd argue that's good journalism. That's a sign of good journalism.
Great journalism. As a matter of fact, I would say you kind of use it as a source material. If you're the one being like, yo, I don't like the way you said it, and you use our clip, then to me, that just goes the number one, just being the number one source for everything. Journalism.
See, to me, it goes one more view.
Amazing. Listen, it's not my fault. I just do great interviews to where people share stuff. I get the best out of people. I'm just like, this is me drawing drama out.
I would say if and when, but what I will say is when loyalty gets knocked off this show.
Yeah.
And you have to interview him. I can't wait for that episode.
I might be able to. That's all right.
Once again, Bernard wants to be here. Hello.
Bernard the cat.
Cat time.
This is your quota of cat. And you know what, Mix? Put them down. They don't deserve it.
Steven.
I know. We can't. No, I'm blurring them out.
Okay.
I blurred them out. They don't deserve it. I asked last week, we better get a review. We asked kindly, repeatedly.
We didn't get
no reviews. So you know what? You'll get a blurred out Bernard.
He looked really cute just then, too.
He looked amazingly cute, and that's why I blurred him out right there. And Mixie, what else did you have on the table ready?
I did tell Steven before we started, I said we could do a Bernard treat of the week.
A churro. And you know how adorable Bernard looks when he's chomping on that little churro thing? The most adorable. And you know what? You didn't fucking earn it. You didn't earn it.
And he really wants this.
Of course he does. And you know who's not giving it to him? You guys. You made me do that. Do you think I want to do that after we just had a great week of journalism? No.
Steven, what if we gave them benefit of the doubt and Mr. Tim Apple is throttling? We know that he throttles. He throttles our reviews on Apple Podcasts. We've gotten them a week or two later.
I'm going to check again right now because our episode's been out for almost a week at this point. It's been 6 days.
Okay, but what if we gave them a little bit of Bernardo tree time?
We gave him a little peek of Bernard on camera when Bernard came, and he looks cute, and then I blurred him out.
Guys, this is your fault. And let me tell you, this guy wants this treat, and now he can't have it.
And it's your fault.
Because Steven said no, and it's his podcast.
Listen to her being mothering, he really wants it. He's so sweet.
And
then I have to stand up and look like the asshole here on the podcast.
Do you want this treat?
Of course he does. Stop terrorizing this young boy. He earned it, but America at home didn't. But you know what we should do? We should give him the treat and just blur out all Mixie screens. So he gets the treat, but you guys don't get it.
If he comes back, I'll give it to him, and you guys don't get to see it.
Yeah, it'll just be all off screen. Congratulations. We'll give you an opportunity next week to see if Bernard gets a treat from America.
He really likes it, and sometimes I smush it on his nose, so he has to lick his nose.
So cute.
You're missing
so
it.
Cute. Oh, God, it's your fault. It's your fault.
Janae compared the end of last episode to a horror film, and it was incredible. And also way too real. Janae's awesome.
Janae is awesome, and there is, like, if you were really paying attention, there was another moment later in the show where Janae was just like knowing her role of being on reality television and executed it perfectly. And we'll get to
she's
that
a pro
later. She knows what she's doing. She's on Love Island. Hopefully, everyone listened to me and Mr. Papa Pop That Shirt Off's Love Island recap that we posted this weekend.
Yes, they should definitely check that out. I will also say, Peter, these reality stars, they lost Josh a little too soon. These reality stars know what they're doing. And I'm not going to lie to you, Steven, and I'll get into it later. I can't believe I'm about to say it.
Yeah, say it. Everybody get ready.
I think I'm Peter Team now? Peter.
Yeah, you are. I knew you would. I knew it.
And if you asked me 2 weeks ago if I'd be rooting for Peter on this show, I'd say, are you fucking insane?
I almost want to go get a bottle of champagne that I don't have in my fridge and pop it to celebrate how great it is to be part of Team Peter right now.
I am Team Peter.
And unfortunately, it means in this certain scenario, that means we're not Team Allie, because Allie is tied to loyalty.
I know, but that's what that loyalty tattoo does, you know? It is what it is.
Not a great look this week, sorry.
So, we get a little Jeffrey D. Morgan on the screen.
Yes, we love that.
And he says, no goggles. And I'm like, thank God, not goggle vision. Fucking hate goggle vision. I hate it. But, you know, I think, oh, wow, we don't get goggle vision. What could make this better? They all get on the train. They're all piling onto the train. Allie is double cheeked up on a Tuesday, becoming this week's.
Let's go!
Of the week.
She finally did it. She broke through.
Barely. And again, I want to stress, this show does not want to give me ass of the week.
Again, to state, there are 2 people on this show who have enough ace for the rest of the bus.
Almost
and we're
too
still
much.
not getting it. How dare you? But yes. Almost, but not. And they purposely try to hide it. Yes, you had to look very carefully. This was like a blink and you missed it.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. First watch through this episode, I texted Steven. I said, I don't have an ass of the week.
Oh.
I needed assistance because they're hiding it from me.
Oh, Editor X, how dare you?
It's disgusting.
Next episode 6, Editor X.
Just give me a full cake. It's at night. We are airing this at night. Just give me some butt. It's in clothes.
And we're in Europe, okay? In Europe, there's just girls naked in the newspaper.
You're so right, Steven.
There's so just right. Titties God. In newspapers.
Of course you're right. Yes.
Ah.
We got naked women just standing on, like, statue sections. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying, but, you know, little platforms. That's what I meant.
Yeah, platforms. Yeah, that's platforms. We are on the train, and we have Team 1. Listen, I love Destination X. I don't want to make this a challenge thing, but I think you know where I'm going with this.
Go ahead.
We're great. Team 1's name was In Purple, so just call him Team Purple, please. Team Purple, because Team 1 was in purple on the screen, while Team 2 was in red. So again, call them the red team.
Also, colors too close together. You have
way too close.
Two teams. It should be, if you're doing purple, we need to be getting like a yellow.
Yeah.
Like we need to look at a color wheel and
it almost makes an X.
it almost does. But it's upsetting nonetheless. And you know who else was upset? Mac. Mac lists off how strong her team is and then just says, Shane is also here.
We have the strongest intellects, and Shane is also here. Good job, Mac.
Mac gets it, man.
They've been holding Mac one-liners back for a long time. Am I supposed to believe that in the past few episodes, Mac hasn't had delicious one-liners for us to ingest? No.
I agree. I know that she's given it in these, especially in these ITMs when no one else is around. She's feeding them fucking Wagyu steak one-liners. I know she is.
A5 prime Wagyu, not just that like American Wagyu, like that real shit from Japan where you get the certificate of here's who you're eating. And honestly, it's too much. I don't want a certificate. Don't give me the certificate. I don't need to see that. Just give me the delicious Wagyu at cut. Sad.
And also, on top of it, we get Jeffrey D. Morgan beer sipping, hopping on that intercom. The guy doesn't miss.
And he had a good size time.
Yeah, and he was getting after it. And he seems like the type that could nail like 3 or 4 beers and you don't even know, you know? Because he's just so cool about it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that this man does that isn't cool.
And I'm also going to say same thing for his wife, even though she's in no way, shape, or form related to the show. She's also so fucking cool.
God, I had a crush on her. God damn it, I did. Damn it. Just another reason he's the man. Oh, your wife's somebody I had a crush on. Big surprise. Thanks.
He can't miss. Steven, even if he wanted to, he couldn't miss.
Yes. So we have team 1, ugh. And team 2, ugh.
Team 1 and Shane in team 2.
I almost said Shane and Shane's partner, but that wouldn't make sense for this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Triggering,
yeah. Don't write a review about it. Now, on the train, Peter thinks it's a good idea to throw the challenge.
I love this. I am
Great idea.
in. I am in.
Great idea. What
Amazing.
a great idea. What a real Heidi play. You know what?
That's a reality. That's a reality star.
Put Peter on the challenge.
Immediately.
Oh.
I would have never bet.
And you know what? As soon as Kim said, I think it's a stupid idea, I go, Kim's out.
I can understand Kim's gameplay being singular, that it would be a stupid idea for her.
Well, respectfully, Kim, this playing the game solo when there's clearly other alliances where you need information to get by was the dumb decision.
But as Max said, respect. I respect it. If she had won and played it 100% solo, impressive.
Yeah, it didn't happen though. It didn't happen, but I love this idea from Peter.
Oh, it was
outthinking
beautiful.
everybody else.
Outthinking production too, I want you to know. Imagine production hearing him say this and all of them agreeing, and they're just sitting on this train. They're like, fuck.
We could have had some other rando from The Bachelor.
Because they wanted like everybody to be running, like arguing with each other about which is which, and there were so many names of cities that I was like, where the fuck even is that?
No, you didn't.
Oh yes.
You're telling me you haven't heard of Helsinki before?
Never. What is that? That sounds like a challenge that they do in Hell's Kitchen. And it's like a sink full of things.
That is great improv. That is phenomenal improv right there.
I swear to you, that makes more sense to me than that being the name of a city. Helsinki? Da Vinci? Da Vinci?
No, not Da Vinci. Helsinki. There's other cities on there that you were just like, no idea, haven't heard of it.
I've heard of Budapest, but if you gave me 100 options as to where that was, I couldn't tell you.
Okay, that's fine. But you're trying to match up the clues, and it was the Grand Budapest
I
Hotel.
don't even know where it is.
The Grand Budapest Hotel, the movie.
That I do think I would have, again, because of movie, would have gotten. But like, there's a beret.
It's a Greek hat, apparently. So it would have been used, Greek.
Okay.
I guess that's what they were
All
trying
right,
to do with it.
sure.
And
again, I'm back.
I don't get it.
Back on the argument of these clues. What are we doing?
Most of them were great. The Blue Danube, that makes sense. A bit
Steven. No. These little city names, no.
Yeah.
They were in Munich. It has nothing to do with anything that's happening currently.
Well, they did that on the last one.
Yes, and I was mad about it then, so I'm restating.
They would give it away if they were all in Germany. When the fuck is it a clue?
When the fuck is it just like European trivia?
That's what you got to figure out. But I would imagine if they were all the cities, you wouldn't think you could be in Helsinki, because where's Helsinki?
In the sink in Hell's Kitchen. I don't know.
Not there. Not there.
Mac, of course, owning this.
Yeah. Mac did a good job. The whole team did a good job. I think they had 7 of the 9. I don't want to brag, but I think I had 6 of the 9 just by myself. No big deal. Just
pop off, sir. I don't think I could have gotten one. I would have been thrilled if I was on Peter's team and he was like, we don't try. I was like, yep.
Thank God.
Sign me up for that.
I get to sit and have my eyes open. Great.
Kim hits me with the best line of the episode.
Oh.
He's hot, but his strategy sucks.
Where's the lie?
There, because I think it's a good strategy. I do.
I think that's what she was trying to be. She's like, where's the lie? And we're all like, it's there, because clearly you're going to get the red herrings. He's got an alliance on the other side that's going to give him the real shit. So they'll know. And here's the thing. You didn't know what the fake clue is going to be. So you owe it to yourself to do it. And you know you're wrong. So you know you're getting the fake shit. And then he goes, okay, that runs east to west. And we're going north to south because I know sun shit.
Yeah, the sun shit's crazy.
Whole sun shit's pretty crazy.
I would just also like to say, Kim, I love you so much, but you had such an ample opportunity for at least 2 episodes to team up with Rick.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Respectfully.
Honestly, I got to say for Mac too. She had to be able to look and go, those 3 are together. They will protect the 3 at all costs. I need to get on the other side of this for my own protection. I can have an alliance within an alliance, like we've talked about before on the challenge. When there's not 16 people, it is a small team. You could look at Kim and go, hey, Kim.
Oh, vacation alliance.
It's me and you, but we're going to be part of this bigger group over here to make sure we at least get to final 6 or whatever it is at that point, and then we can take these idiots out.
Yeah, absolutely, Bernard.
But again, I'll talk about the move at the end, not putting all the members of that alliance in. Didn't seem like the best idea in the world, but we'll get there when we get there. Love the idea of throwing the challenge. So delicious.
Amazing.
So
However, there was a flaw.
Yeah, and I wonder when he realized that.
I don't think he did until the end of the episode, to be honest with you. Because Peter thinking that Allie's not going to go and tell Loyalty everything that happened, and then doubling down on the ethics of it, I was just sitting there going, Traitors has fully corrupted Peter.
I mean, it has, but also...
He's not wrong. And in the gameplay stance of this, And this is why everyone says on the challenge, don't fall in love on the challenge, because it fucks your game. It's the same thing here. And Shane could have been out this episode if Allie didn't.
Easily. They both could have been out. If Kim just asked for help, which she said she didn't want to do. So what the fuck? Right? Yeah. Like this whole idea that Peter was like, I assume when he did it, he didn't think that she would go do that. And then he asked her, are you going to share this with them? Mm-hmm. And she's like, are you asking me not to? And he's like, yeah, because that's kind of the only way that this would help us is that. Oh, look at
He's not here. He's not here.
He's not there. It's just a blur that came up. And Janae's like, she's telling him. Janae is just like, why are we even discussing this? She's definitely telling him.
Yeah.
And she then says, and I quote, definitely designed for the number one. Honesty and loyalty is only if you care about someone. I feel like that's like a whole deep podcast right there.
It's a whole other episode in and of itself. I would say Peter messed up on this front. He should have said to Allie separately, like gone to a second section of the train, and said to Allie, you can tell Shane and Biggie, but that's it. You know, like, that's fine. Like, take this dub. You and those two are safe. Me, Janae, and Rick are safe. That still leaves Kim and Mac.
Yep.
Out in the open.
I have to wonder, because then there's a production play of this as well. Because somebody has to go listen to the clue. I thought everybody was getting it. There's a point where you could come back. Who went to listen to them on their team? Mm-hmm. Who do you remember the two people who went to listen to that clue on their team?
On the team that threw it or the team that won?
Yes.
The team that threw it, I think it was Kim and then Janae.
Okay. So Janae could have come back knowing what was going to happen. And maybe this is where it happened. Maybe it was after this. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you're going to tell them like it was a too little too late situation where Janae could have been like, I didn't hear what they said. Sorry. And then privately tell the rest of the group on the bus and then cut her out. So they're only getting the one. God, they can't share that side of it. You know what I mean? There's
so much like, we're getting good strategy in this. I'm not going to say that we're not getting good gameplay and good strategy, but there's so much deeper. Like if we threw all of like Survivor people, challenge people, like real reality show game players in this, it would be so fucked up.
My goodness. Can you imagine? Just like,
it would be incredible.
We should Dreamcast this at the end with like people from
I love that idea.
Challenge. Yeah, we should do that one time.
Tyson.
I mean, Jordan. Bananas. Michelle. Just right out of the gate.
Devin.
Right out of the gate. Devin would be diabolical.
Devin would be insane.
Devin would be great on this. We bring Josh back for a second run at it.
Gabo for the shits and giggles. Obviously, I'm putting Gabo on any Dreamcast I can.
Can you imagine Turbo just laying on the couch at all time? You'd be taking up so much room on the couch.
Turbo not understanding anything that's happening and sleeping on the chairs.
When do I do challenge? No, Turbo, we're putting things on map. Map.
I want to crush people.
Pussy chicken. I put my ex on pussy chicken. So they get back on the bus, and this is where the beginning of the moral compass thing starts. Mm-hmm. Delicious, delicious, delicious. I didn't realize we were going to get a payoff later. But this is the beginning of the meal. This is the appetizer for the main course later.
This is when the episode gets good, in my opinion.
Peter saying there is no moral compass in this game. When you're like withholding information to like benefit your own game, it's basically the same as lying. Allie's like, no, one, you're purposely being deceitful. And he goes, it's the same thing. It's a game.
Mm-hmm. Traitors, Peter.
Thoughts, Mix. Thoughts on this?
It's 100% correct in reality TV land.
Yes.
If this was real life, that's a piece of shit human. We are playing a game for money, people. I can't stress this enough. This takes me back to Jonah being like, I don't want to, like pick a name or something. And Jeffrey D. Morgan's like, do you know how much money is on the line here?
Yeah.
We got to wake up, people. We are halfway, I think. I want to say this is 10 episodes. We are halfway through this season. Wake up.
Wake the fuck up.
It is strategy game time, people. We have made friends. We have made alliances. We now move on to 5 steps ahead, Walter White, Breaking Bad style. We got to know what we're doing.
Honestly, I was a little upset. I thought Allie would have known this better.
Well, she's seeing dick. She's got dick and balls right here.
That's the problem.
I know. It's that loyalty tattoo.
I hate to say it. It's 100% the problem. She's so lovey-dovey. She's a lover girl. Get it? I get it. I love it. I appreciate it about it.
And also same. I get that.
But fucking lock in. Mm-hmm. It's distracting you because if it was about anybody else, you wouldn't care.
Yep.
But he basically asked you to kind of be deceitful to this guy.
Yep.
Who has loyalty on his chest. And I don't know, might not see him after this show. I don't fucking know. I don't know if you're getting married with this guy.
Not a chance in hell.
Not a chance. And this might ruin the potential for that money. And I have to sit here and go, wake up. Of course this is the same thing. She goes, anything that Peter says, like I can never trust him. Why would you have trusted him to begin with?
But also, he is helping you, bro. Like, honestly, he is giving you grade A reality TV competition show information.
Yes.
That you learn after Traitors.
That you learn from doing this multiple times.
Yeah.
That you learn this is how you make it far. That you learn this is how you call backs for other things. You don't just like show up and go through the motions and expect other things to happen. You're here to win. You're not sightseeing. You're here to win.
You're not seeing sights, bitch. You got goggles on.
This is how you win. You lie to people. You have to lie to people. Your own alliance did it to Ty 24 hours ago. You lie to people. I'm sorry. It's the same thing. I know you saying like, oh, we're in Germany when you were actually, or we're in Brussels when you were actually in the Netherlands. No.
You know what's
that's
crazy
lying.
to me?
But just holding back, oh, I don't have an apple in here, which comes back later. It's the same thing. I'm sorry. We'll get to more
Thinking about this more as we're talking about it, how different this entire season would be if Allie didn't like fall for Shane.
I didn't want to say that out loud, but I've thought about it this entire episode.
Because I think Ty would still be there.
This goes
I do too.
So different.
No hate, no shade. It's just this is what happens when you go on a reality show and you start getting dick fogged.
Great term.
And that's what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm sure she would probably have to admit it.
If he's not texting her back right now, she would admit it. Loyalty. Anyways,
we'll follow up. We'll have to follow up. I'm gonna move on.
We digress. We get back into the fucking goggles, Steven. I thought I was an episode free of goggle vision. Absolutely not. Get wrecked, me.
Yes, wrecked all the time, you.
Goggle vision. And then we go into Little Red Riding Hood fucking Berenstein Bears
And I'm
ass.
like, is that Heidi Klum in a mirror? Is that just for us? Am I imagining Heidi Klum out of nowhere? Are they seeing Heidi Klum?
I was like, what the fuck is that Heidi Klum?
I went back. I'm like, no, that bitch Heidi Klum. You know what that is? You know what that is, Mixie? Synergy.
Oh.
Because Heidi Klum, America's Got Talent. America's Got Talent. She was host on America's Got Talent.
Oh, is that before or after this?
Synergy. Before.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm sure you guys are watching this, and if you turned on the episode a little bit early, they were like, oh, Heidi Klum's going to be featured in the next episode of Destination X. Stay tuned.
And she's like, oh.
And she's in a fucking mirror coming out of the dick fog. Anyways. Kim, everyone walks in, but Kim says immediately that she sees red and white checkers, and she's like, I'm thinking Oktoberfest. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. This is yet another bullshit line. Bullshit. Bullshit. In no world am I seeing red and white checkers and going, Oktoberfest. I'm thinking picnics.
Yes.
If I'm in Europe, honest to God, I'm thinking Croatia. That's their fucking whole flag. Like, why?
Listen, it's wrong because it was not Oktoberfest. It's supposed to be Little Red Riding Hood and the little thing that goes over that with the basket.
It's 5 layers of wrong.
Oktoberfest is blue and white. Blue and white.
Thank you.
Robin's egg blue and white, I believe, is the correct color. So you're wrong. And also, listen, I love her. When later you're trying to be like, oh, hey, you know, I did a double bluff. It's like, you were also telling the truth. So you can call it a double bluff, but you also told the truth.
I love the way she rewrites history.
Yeah, that's what you call it. Double bluff. I play poker. And it's like, yeah, but you told the truth. Because you said, I have a red apple in here and I'm willing to go to the map room. And then they take it from you and you still get a poison apple and he gets the poison apple and you're like, yeah, double bluff. No, you were ready to go in the map room because your whole thing is like, I don't give a shit about everybody else here. So you could call it a double bluff, but I will call it, you just told the truth.
Amen.
Because I don't think you were trying to get somebody else to take your basket. I'm going to be honest.
I just think she didn't care at this point. I honestly feel like after that train, she was like, I'm fucked.
Honestly, I don't think Kim, I think, is over the show at this point.
I agree. I feel like she wants like a real shower and a bed that's not moving.
I'm gonna put that on here. Were you over the show at this point? She's gonna say yes.
How bad did you want to get off this bus?
Oh.
Ask her also, this might be mean, but ask her what a double bluff is. Ask her to explain what a double bluff is and then move on.
What's a double bluff? Because I think you were just telling the truth.
I feel like that's not what a double bluff is.
A
but
double
you tell
bluff
me.
is you tell the truth when you're like trying to mislead somebody so they believe you're lying, but you're telling the truth. Again, I don't think you were trying to mislead people. I think you were just telling the truth, and it happened to work out that people didn't believe you.
I agree.
So,
once again, as we've said before at previous times, and we'll probably say in the future, put this on the challenge. I loved this shit.
It was carrot in a box again. It was carrot in a box. I
was.
love carrot in a box.
It was Turbo and Nani sitting across from Adam and Steve.
Yes. Great.
On steroids, and I need more of it. I loved it.
Great. Can you imagine if that's how we figured out who was going to the elimination? Like every week you played carrot in a box with a bunch of people? You didn't go into a damn whatever that room is that I hate with all the tall chairs?
What was that called? I
blocked it out of my brain, Mix.
So did I don't remember. My brain is going 8,000 miles a minute. I don't remember.
I don't want you to bring it up. And I don't want anybody putting it in the YouTube comment section this week, okay?
Rick touching all 3 poison apples, top tier.
Love it. Of course he did. Of course he did.
My guy can't win. At least, God bless, he's with Peter and Janae. Because if he didn't make that alliance...
My guy's smart, though. Professor Rick is smart.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy. He probably heard some drones. Yeah, he heard some drones that he didn't tell us about.
He heard the drones while he was sitting at, as Kim said, Oktoberfest.
Kim, sweetie. Come on.
You know, I was checking. I didn't notice, but maybe someone could let me know. Was Kim barefoot during this challenge?
Ooh, it didn't look. That seems like a good thing to put in the YouTube comments.
Seems like something that she would be barefoot for.
You know what I did notice, though?
Oh, yeah, what?
I did notice that Mac thought to herself, hey, I can't be outdone by Allie. Allie last week, wearing some glasses, trying to pretend like she's some sort of Russian operative.
Max said, I'm gonna be Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'm gonna be Harry Potter. I'm gonna try to look me like some Harry Potter.
She said, I want people to think I'll cut them up and eat them.
Yeah. Or I'll just do some like wizarding things. I don't know what they do. I haven't seen one Harry Potter movie, so I don't know.
I also will not watch Harry Potter. I don't like the guy doesn't have a nose.
She's terrified of the no nose guy.
I'm out.
You do a pretty good like
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Harry Potter. Not me. Not Hermione. You.
Two people who haven't seen Harry Potter. That's actually a pretty good thing. Maybe we can recap Harry Potter without even watching it. We just have to try to guess what happened in Harry Potter.
I saw bits and pieces of it at times.
What's
I know
the
there's
first
like
one
a
called?
fucking dog with like 3 heads and the chest pieces come to life. And a guy that has no nose, and they never explain it. To my knowledge, they never explain the lack of nose.
Where did it go?
I'm inclusive, but you got to tell me why we're losing a nose, okay?
Okay, the first one's called The Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So what I assume happened is Harry Potter. Harry Potter's like, oh, my name's Harry Potter, and I'm a wizard, and my little stick got caught in the Philosopher's Stone, and I have to get it out of the Philosopher's Stone so I get me friends around, and I create potions.
It's an hour and a half of him trying to pull the wand out of a stone. I see no notes.
Now, they stole that from Disney, because that's the thing you do at Disney. You try to pull the sword out of the stone, but they go, no, this is the Philosopher's Stone.
That sword thing's from a different movie that I also have never seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
So many people are fucking pissed at us right now.
Yeah, so his thing is stuck in the Philosopher's Stone, and they're like, you know what we should do? They're like, hey, Harry Potter, I'll give you your wand back if you play us in this weird game that we create where we fly around on brooms, and it's like lacrosse, but it's not lacrosse.
But it's not lacrosse, and also there's a random little gold fairy floating around that if they catch it, the game ends, and none of the points that are happening during the game matter.
That sounds like something that would be on the challenge.
If you're right.
just game ends. No points matter whatsoever. Hey, you came in third. Actually, you won the entire show. Congratulations.
Get fucked, you win.
Fuck you, Michelle. You were third, but guess what? Everybody liked you. You tied
You
for
had
first.
no idea any of this was happening, and there's truly no way of us to corroborate the fact that we're saying these points exist. They do. You lose. Bye.
Bye, bitch. Thanks for coming. We know you worked your ass off. Hey, Jenny, thanks for coming back. You know how we didn't invite you back for like 6 seasons until now? You won, like, pretty well. Joke's on you. You tied, bitch. But yeah, that's what Harry Potter is.
Yeah, I agree. Mac and Janae get the mirrors. They both had them to begin with. And they both said they had them. And they both kept them.
Yeah.
So, uneventful.
Yeah.
They skip off into it's called the Black Forest?
It is.
Why? Is there a historical reason that I'm missing?
I don't know.
Okay. And Heidi Klum appears out of the dick fog, and she's in the mirror.
Meaning. It's a hilly region in southwest Germany. I don't think there's any.
It
specific
seemed
name.
charged to me, but The whole time, and he kept stressing that it was the Black Forest too.
He
He
did.
didn't just say it was like go into
No.
the woods or go into the trees or whatever.
Yeah.
Black Forest
Yeah.
with a
Seemed like he
hard
was hitting
K,
that-
and I
yeah,
didn't like it.
He was hitting that word a little too much for me, as a matter of fact.
There
Yeah.
was a stress on it that I was not comfortable with. Anyways, Heidi Klum's in the mirror. Okay. She gives him a riddle.
Well, she basically does the thing from Cinderella, which I missed was from Cinderella because whatever. I was caught off guard by
Harry
the fact
Potter.
that Harry Potter. I was caught off fact by that fake Harry Potter Mac allegedly doesn't know who Heidi Klum is.
Yeah, bullshit. Bull fucking shit.
Mac, you lying sack of shit.
And again, we go back to the tie thing. Why are we lying about stupid shit?
Why are you lying that you don't know who Heidi Klum is? Why would you lie about that?
I'm sorry. That's Heidi fucking Klum.
It's Heidi Klum. Put some respect on the name.
That's like saying you don't know who JoJo Siwa is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Disgusting?
Janae looked at Mac like, you're lying to me. I'm not gonna. Hilarious. Let's walk back.
Uh-huh.
Like, I know you're lying because everyone knows who Heidi Klum is. And if you don't know her from modeling, she's on AGT, which is Synergy right before us, so you should know that.
Yeah, you got to get your NBC knowledge in, girl.
Come on. You read all these books about Europe, but not about NBC Synergy?
If I was Janae, I would have plucked those glasses off of Mac's face. I would have gone, wiped them off and said, look again, that's Heidi Klum, bitch.
Heidi Klum, bitch.
Heidi fucking Klum.
You're
supermodel.
now, Harry. You're a wizard now, Harry.
Not me, not Hermione, Heidi Klum.
Oh, I like that one.
Name of the episode.
That would have been great.
Would have been great. They get back on the bus. Information is shared sparingly. And
Cinderella reference, whatever, sure, okay.
We pretty much immediately go into the map room at this point.
We do. Mr. Jeffrey Dean Morgan comes on. We know that Rick, Allie, and Kim are actually going in the map room. At this point, I already knew Kim was going out. I got too much of a Kim backstory at this point.
Yep.
We're back on the, train of information means you're going home. And then they said you can, go ahead.
I got upset here.
Okay.
Because Jeffrey D. Morgan comes on the bus, asks how everyone's feeling. And Peter has been playing so good. And then he just looks Jeffrey D. Morgan in the face and says, yeah, I got my information from Janae, so I feel good. What are we doing, Peter?
I missed that.
We don't tell everyone, including the host of the goddamn show, who you're in an alliance with. Obviously, everyone's thinking it.
You know?
But you don't just go, yeah, Janae told me everything. I feel good. I'm good. I'm going to crush this shit. What?
Okay. How did you react in that moment right there, Mix?
I was upset because I was starting to be.
And you started
Team
questioning
Peter.
things. You started questioning things, right?
Yeah.
This is just another big brain move by Peter. I'm just going to sit here and be like, I got all the information I needed from her. I'm good. Put me in the room. And everybody else is like, what information? What did she give you? What did she... Hold on. What did you guys get? Because guess what? I bet you Mac didn't say fucking shit to anybody else. So now, everybody else facing that room, especially Allie, I think was the intended target here, is going, what information? What are you talking about? What did they get? What did they see? Now we've started the spiral.
I do agree with you that I think Allie was the intended target. I think they were trying to break up that Allie Shane Biggie
Had to. Peter knows what he's doing.
situation.
Had to.
That's that traitor's in him. And I fucking like it, but I did not like him. Point blank looking Jeffrey D. Morgan in the face and saying, Janae told me everything. I feel good.
I missed it, but that's how I read it. He's just he's doing a little gamesmanship.
I don't disagree that that's probably where he was coming from, but the delivery and the way it was presented, it's a no for me, dog.
I'll have to go back and watch that specifically to see how I feel about it, but in my head, I'm thinking about it as a big brain move there. First up for the mirroring, I'm giving a mirror to someone, which means they're going in the map room. Okay.
Fairy tales, Steven.
Yeah. Harry Potter.
Not me. You.
First person that is given the thing, Max is looking around, and I go, Mac, we know what we need to do here. We have to try to get one of these people from this alliance out, because there's 3 people on that, and you don't really know it, but Janae, Peter, and Professor Rick are one, and you're kind of on the outside. This is where you need to make a move, or it could be you next week or the following week. You got to get it figured out, and you don't do it.
Yep. Upsetting.
You give it to Peter. You give it to Peter, and Peter knows exactly where they are. So unless the idea was to give it to somebody who knew where it was, and you talked to him before, which I don't think happened.
No.
Not a great move. Now, obviously, you didn't know that was she didn't know that was he had all that information, but you got to break up the alliance, for Christ's sake.
100%.
It looked like you're trying to break up the wrong alliance. So Peter's smart. Go with Peter. Go with Peter the entire way then.
I do think if Mac went to the Peter, Janae, Rick alliance, they would take her.
100%. Go. Just jump on the train. The train's out of
right
it.
There. It's
right there. Just say, hey, listen, it's us or them at this point, right? And then you could look at Rick and go, listen, Rick, it's me and you, because they're going to keep each other. So it's me and you. So when it gets down to 4 of us, it's me and you, and then those 2. That's what we got to get to.
I think she's so tight with Allie that she feels like she can't. However, if her and
Allie's not going to protect her.
But if her and Allie were smart, Allie would be like, go. Join that alliance. I'm going to stay in this alliance, and then me and you.
No, it's never going to be Mac over Shane. It's never going to be Mac over Shane, though, at this point.
I agree. Unfortunately, in the way that we are. But if this, again, fucking loyalty, man. Fucking loyalty.
There's part of me.
Oh, God.
There's part of me that sits there and go, was this his plan all along?
Yeah, probably.
Was he like, hey, like, I'm going to run my little game and I'm going to get somebody on board and I'm going to create a little showmance so that helps me. I'll have an alliance of the showmance. I don't know. I mean, it would be a smart play. I mean, you know, this would be the thing. All right, let's get to the end here. Kim unfortunately goes home because Kim does not want to take any information from anybody, which is great if you want to do that, but bad move if you're on a reality television show where you need some information to stay on the show.
Yeah, you can't be that prideful on a show like this. I was devastated, but I immediately spun on my head because her with that sit out was iconic. That shit was awesome.
She's great. She's great. She's great. She really is. She really is.
Top tier.
I can't wait to talk to her. It's going to be great. I thought this was the end of the episode. I really did. And then it got really good. It got even better than I thought it was going to get.
Okay, Steven, I'm going to say it right now. If they don't fucking lean into this shit next episode, because boy, have they diced it up, they've meesed it out, they've pre-fried it, and they put it in the oven to bake for 7 days until the next episode. I swear to God, if we don't get a payoff on this Peter-verse loyalty, I'm going to be so pissed. So pissed.
I don't see how you can be team loyalty in this.
I don't either.
Like,
if you are, please explain yourself in the comments. I really would love to know.
First of all, you starting the argument by saying, I'm feeling a little, what was it, revenge or paybacky or whatever it was?
Yeah.
And you just thought
Awful.
Pete was going to sit there and not follow up on that?
So sick that he was like, fuck you.
I love that, because I'm sure Shane was probably like, I'm just going to say it and then just be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then Peter's like, what was that?
Yep.
So you heard, man. It's like, no. What are we talking about?
Why don't we say it with our chest? Why don't we say it with that loyalty chest?
Yeah. Just say it. Just unbutton it. A couple more buttons. Bust it all the way out. I want to make sure you're being loyal, which it sounds like you're trying to be. But, you know, This is one of the things I hate the most about arguments like this, is somebody thinks I'm standing up for somebody because of something that was said, and then they didn't really get the full message.
Yeah.
They didn't really get the full message of the argument to begin with. Because what happened here was just a little bit mixing the information here, I think, a little bit to start.
And I personally, again, love Allie. And we're seeing an edit, so who knows what actually happened.
This is very true. We don't know when this actually happened as well.
Not loving her just sitting there while this interaction is happening.
Yes.
An interjection or two to clarify the situation would have mitigated this entire situation.
And Peter had to be the one who's like, listen, I'm going to make sure we're very clear, because if you're calling me out, I'm going to be very specific here.
Yeah.
This is what I said, because he's like, you know what it was about, like, and he did like this, like moral compass. Like, he doesn't know. He's like, oh, that's what this is about. Let me just tell you exactly what I said, because I don't mind saying it again. I'm standing on, what do the kids say? Standing
period.
Standing on truth. Is that what it is?
I thought it was like standing on period.
No, I don't think that's what it is.
Maybe just women can say that.
Probably.
Standing up while they're on their period.
I'm standing on truths or something. I'm standing on something.
Standing on ovulation.
Hey, period, bitches. Oh my God, period, bitches.
I love women.
Shout out
their struggles are so hard.
He's standing on truth. He's standing on facts. He's standing on other kings of reality television show. And he's like, no, I'm going to make sure you understand exactly what I'm saying here. I said this very clearly, that this is a television show. We're playing a game.
Yeah.
And you withholding information on purpose is the same as lying to somebody and telling them something incorrect to benefit your own game, which, again, for clarity, is correct. Morally, you could do that. That's why he's like, there's no moral compass.
Yeah, you're on a reality show.
If there is a moral compass, sure. But that's why there is no moral compass, because we're here to win money. We're not here to make friends, and that's the problem.
And the game is set up specifically for you to not have a moral compass.
Yes, that's what they want. And Peter knows this because he played on the biggest show in the fucking country right now, which is Traitors. And he was leading the team. He was leading one of those teams. And all those people were like, we have to get him out. He's too good at this. He knows exactly what to do. Absolutely. And they got him out. And he was a faithful.
Yep.
Spoiler. He was a faithful. It was great. But then he sits there and goes, you can't even look at me in the eye. And he's like, whatever. And he goes, Peter drops a bro. He goes, okay. Yeah. You think I'm just making that up, bro?
I loved it. The only note I have in this entire section is I can't believe I'm so strongly Team Peter right now. I can't believe it.
I was like, I was honestly watching and was like, there's no way Mixie's not Team Peter in this argument. There's just there's no way.
You know what's funny, Steven? I was concerned that I was going to have to argue with you.
Oh.
That no. I was going to be Team Peter and you were going to be like, no.
No. Because.
But here we are, synergy.
God, I love it.
Wild.
He drops a bro into that conversation. And ladies, if you're not aware, when men call another guy bro who's not a bro, it's basically saying you're a cunt.
Yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. That's like you calling another woman a cunt. You just go, hey,
say
bro.
It again, Steven. Hell yeah.
Bro. And it's like, whoa. You don't, because if you watch when this happens in real life, somebody goes, did you just call me bro? I'm not your bro. This is how it goes. It was so good. And I want to bring it back to what I said earlier. Janae serving all the looks during this. Go back and watch.
Oh, Jim Halperting the whole time.
She's like, She's just looking like, bitch, or she wanted to be like, Shane, baby, just stop. Stop. You're over here.
I would argue, Steven, I feel safe saying this. 50% plus of bar fights between men start in some point have a bro put in there.
I think you're really low on that 50%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd push it to 70. Because it comes out at some point. They're like, what are you doing, bro? It's like, bro? What are you doing, bro?
Call me bro?
We're just throwing out bros? That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny we call each other bro. What's up, bro?
I cannot wait for the Shane versus Peter fight next episode. That better fucking happen. And I swear to everything that is holy, if that's not what happens, a storm will be a brewing the next time you check in to the Right Reality podcast. Which, by the way, guys, I don't want to be a bitch or anything, but the amount of people that are viewing our YouTube videos and subscribed is Wonkosaurus Rex.
Great word choice. Great word choice.
Can you subscribe, please?
And you know what? I just free content. Free content. You know? Robot's putting stuff behind a paywall, and he's leaving you at this time to go do something arguably really fucking cool that I didn't think Robot would be doing.
Yeah, what the
I didn't realize where Robot came from.
Steven.
I had no idea Robot was actually part of the reality world. I just thought he was a dude.
He is a dude. Steven, you wanted to share something with the class at the end of this episode before we get into the interview with Kim.
I did. I was going to make them pay with the churro, but it came up naturally.
It is still here. It is still unenjoyed.
And this is where you get the ability to make it right, everybody. This is where you swipe up from your little player, you go to Apple Podcasts, you write a little review, and you hit submit. And next week, if there's one, you guys get the churro on camera.
I'll put it on the microphone.
Yeah, we'll just do that for you.
That'll suck to clean, but I'll do it.
Yeah, probably don't do that. Let's not do that. Maybe we put something around it.
It'll be close. Yeah, maybe some plastic
We'll hold
wrap
for sound.
We'll figure something out. But until then, Bernard will go treatless. We will go podcast reviewless. And you will be left with probably an incredible fucking interview with Kim. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Kim.
Okay, bye. See you soon. Hey guys, it's Steven here. Unfortunately, Kim was not able to make the interview windows. She was feeling a little under the weather, and they've pushed it back to later in the week. We don't think we're going to be able to connect, unfortunately, with Kim, but just wanted to give you a little status update here. Be sure you're subscribed because we have something very special coming soon. Be sure you're following on all the social media channels so you get to see what we're up to. Okay, bye-bye.